Hello, my dear ones. So here we are today, getting through the hump, getting through the month. Welcome. And if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get started as we explore these areas and how they may or may not influence us today. Okay, I am Daisy. Welcome to my channel. Money, relationship, career, and let's take a peek at well-being. How are you? Is everything good with you? Okay, well, let's see what this is going to fare and show. Okay, not very good. So if you're trading paper, things are not looking really good. There is going to be some push down after the 2 o'clock hour. So try and work yourself through and around your investments, quickly, and be careful not to go back in after 2 o'clock. In general, this here is an information about being very cautious. Something happened recently where you were like a project fell through, or something that you were looking to invest in was no longer made available. So I don't know if you were putting an offer on a house or something that you wanted to purchase. It's just either no longer available or something happened that it's out of your scope. So, as I've said before many times through my readings here and, personally, when God takes something out of your life or when something happens, usually it's because it's trying to make room for something better. So don't worry about this situation. There is now room for something better. Let's look at relationship. Okay, so this is interesting because normally this is a message that kind of tells you to chill out, chillaxing. But this is now calling for action. This is about suggesting that that period of waiting is over, and there may have been a few things that have slowed down in your love life recently that have forced you to kind of, take that back seat and take a look at different situations in your romance and in your love. But guess what? Things have reemerged for you, and there's a clear understanding of what it is that you want in life as well as what you're expecting in a relationship. It looks like that moment of rest has allowed you to mature and value yourself as you get yourself involved with others. So, sometimes we think about how things should be, the, what is it saying? Sometimes love becomes very commercialized and we have a version of it based on what we see in the movies, what we expect in our fantasy. But you know what? Then reality hits in. We grow up. We begin to say, well, what do I want? So guess what? That time of waiting and indecision is now over, and it's time for you to decide, what it is that you want for yourself and in this relationship. Okay. Okay, well, guess what? The Five of Swords. It seems that there was a situation that was happening at job, career, enterprise, or business, in your club, in the organization that you're working with, where you were looking over your shoulder. But you know what? Something has been revealed. Something has been disclosed. And you no longer have to worry about this distrust, because you know what? People, if you give them enough rope, they hang themselves. And guess what? They did. And now they're no longer seeing that, oh, it was you. No. Guess what? Let the onus fall on the one who dealt it. You know how they say you smelt it, you dealt it. Well, you don't have to, no longer be worried about, what they're thinking about you. It's out in the open, and, it's on them, whatever has happened. And so basically the bottom line here is that you personally are beginning to understand that winning isn't everything, and that you are capable of focusing your energy on what matters. And you know what? As this has been revealed, others are seeing and looking up to you as a person that looks for solutions and not conflict. Okay, So, well, this here is showing that you may still be harboring some feelings here that need to be worked through so that you can kind of move on with some of the situations that we see here, because this is a very emotional read as we take a look at some of these other cards that are on the table, considering that they are all upside down. So there is still something here, some resentment of sorts, some feeling that still has you feeling empty and that, you're not quite fulfilled. So as you move forward, thinking that maybe this deal didn't come through for you, or maybe you've had some losses with money that just kind of makes you feel like, what is going on here? I don't feel fulfilled. I'm not happy with the situation. It could also be here that finally, even though now you're standing up for yourself, it's kind of, like a baby with those new walking legs. They wobble and wobble and they look kind of funny. Now that you are standing in your own self and realizing, how to move forward, kind of wondering if you put yourself in that little rabbit hole and kind of how do you get out of it slowly, but one step at a time. That's how you do it. And this here was a moment that really helped you get out of this idea that you are being controlled. When you decided to not be part of the conflict, you are being reminded here that at any moment you can take your free hands and walk away from the drama. So don't be a drama mama. All right, let's take a look at the collective. Okay, so we have the Wolverine, and the Wolverine is upside down. Let's look at the message as it would have been upside, right? And then we will look at what it's trying to tell us as it was presented upside down. You're a lot together than you think you are. So as in its reverses, we're not quite together here. We've got this issue here with the finances and the deal that probably didn't go through. We're finally coming out of this, sleep slumber that we were in the relationship. So that feeling our way through to that. We've just dealt with a crisis in our, career, our business, our work-related or club groups, that finally is beginning to reveal to others who we are. And we are still trying to find our way through our own self and our own restrictions. And these two cards really complement each other, because like this and like this would have been the right way. But this is still showing that we have things not external to us, even though we're trying to put the blame on the economy. We're trying to put the blame on others. We're trying to put the blame on everyone but ourselves. So it is important that we become tougher, because right now we think we're tough, but we're not proving it. So it's time to step up so that we can release the bonds that have us nailed down, and we can begin to really flow into the beautiful person that we really are. Okay, my love, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and God willing, we'll see each other on the next video.